Hey YouTube, what's up? My wife's sitting right there and making fun of me while I do this. Let's go.
Hey there, it's Grixis, doing all kinds of things. Hey there, it's Grixis School, playing all kinds of games. Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, come on down for all kinds of wild things.
Today is Tuesday, so that means Magic the Gathering, and what I'm doing today is I'm playing my Grixis Control historic list, which is different from Standard. Standard is only recent stuff, the last like year and a half, 2 years, whereas historic is every card ever on Magic Arena, so you get a little bit broader of a card pool. And what I've done with this deck is I've qualified for Mythic ranking, or whatever. I've ranked up to Mythic for December using this deck. So I just wanted to show that deck, how it works, because I'm very proud of it, because it's a homebrew. So let's just jump into some Magic real quick. So before I play a game, I'm going to just go through the list very, very quickly, so you can kind of see what's up. It's basically the standard list that you've already seen, but with a wider card pool, because older stuff is allowed. So search for Azcanta to search for good things, get my removal, planeswalkers, whatever it is I need, and then cast down to get rid of buggies, Scorching Dragonfire to get rid of more buggies, Thought Erasure, make them discard cards, Angrath's Rampage, remove creatures, planeswalkers, Narset to fill my hand and stop them from drawing cards, Murderous Rider to kill their dudes and make a blocker for me, I guess. The lifelink is cool. Bedevil, same thing, remove stuff. A lot of removal is that first half. And then we move on to the cards that are there to win me the games. So we got Nicobolus the Ravager, big old dragon that flips into a planeswalker. Sarkhan the Masterless, he makes dragons, turns my planeswalkers into more dragons, and I'm attacking with a bunch of dragons. Rao is a Viceroy, draws me cards, removes things, and if I happen to get the -8, well, you pretty much win at that point. Nicobolus Dragon God, it's a Planeswalker Grixis deck, you gotta play that. Liliana, and then Chandra. These are cards I've gone over in other standard games, so you know how those work. And then the land base is pretty much the same. I got some Fabled Passages now, which is cool, because I can play with the older cards. I've got the check lands, Dragon Skull Summit, Sulphur Falls, and Drowned Catacomb. So that is the mana base, that's the main board. Let's switch over to the sideboard, because how Historic works is you're playing, they call it traditional Magic, where you're playing best 2 out of 3 games, and in between games you get to take cards from your sideboard, add them to your main, and take things out of your main, put them in the side. Basically, you can customize your deck between games to more appropriately match up with what your opponent is doing. So I've got Spell Pierce to go against similar decks to mine, Duress to, again, that's sort of to deal with similar decks to mine. I'm playing Carnival to Carnage, which is really weird because it's not a good card at all, but it's been very helpful for me because it kills their Llanowar elves, you know, the old saying, bolt the bird. Carnival lets me bolt the bird, and then late game, Carnage is Blightning, and everyone likes Blightning. Grafdigger's Cage, stop those graveyard decks, particularly the Cauldron Kitty combo, because I'm really tired of dealing with the Cauldron Kitty combo. I've got 2 more cast downs in the sideboard, Cry of the Carnarium. It is the same as Ritual of Suit in effect, except it only costs 3 versus 4, so I can play it that much faster because creature decks ruin my day. I've got Ashiok as well to start exiling their library, because I don't like dealing with their library. You bring this in against control, you bring this in against people who are playing problem cards like Questing Beast, things like that. I've got Saheeli, who I'm not like totally sold on, but she's a lot of fun. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you make a little token, a little blocker, a little attacker, whatever. The deck is primarily non-creature spells, so for the most part I'm getting these 1/1 tokens, which is nice. And then I have Ugin. That's kind of just a placeholder. I don't really like it in there. What I really want to be doing is playing with Unmoored Ego. So actually I'm just going to pick up a copy of Unmoored Ego real quick. I'm going to put that in the sideboard instead of Ugin because Nexus of Fate decks are giving me a headache, and Unmoored Ego will stop the Nexus of Fate. So I'm going to do that switch real quick, and then we're going to jump into a best 2 out of 3 set with what I have called Historixis, because it's Historic Grixis. That's funny. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you in the game in a minute. Alrighty. I have found an opponent. I get to choose who goes first, which is nice. I suppose I run the secret die roll. Okie dokie. 5 lands. Ral is a Viceroy, and Angrath's Rampage. This is a bit of a risky hand. Starting with 5 lands is never too good, because you might just keep drawing them and then have nothing to do. If Viceroy was a different card, I might consider keeping it, but I think just because all I have is the removal and a Planeswalker, I'm going to mulligan this and see what the 6 are. This to me is a lot better. I've got my removal, I've got a board wipe, I've got a Nicol Bolas, and 3 lands. So I'm going to keep this 6, and I'm going to put the Nicol Bolas back, because if all goes well, I have plenty of time to draw a new copy. And here we go, Steam Vents tapped. Now it's their turn to do things. Bloodcrypt untapped, Knight of the Even Legion. It looks like we're playing against some sort of creature situation, so what I'm going to do is...
Concede.
No, I'm not going to concede, but thank you. I'm going to Thought Erasure, because I want them to flood the board, because I have board wipes. Oh my god, 2 Murderous Riders and a Bone Crusher Giant, the beautiful promo art version. I think I care more about the Rider, so I'm going to clear the Rider. That's Ral on top. I can put that in the graveyard or keep it on top. Oh god, this hurts, but I'm going to put it in the graveyard. I don't think I need it just now, maybe not even at all during this matchup, so we'll see how it goes. They will play a land. They are also playing Grixis, I'm just noticing now. But they're doing a little bit differently than I am. Search for Azcanta, that's key. I'm going to play Interplanar Beacon and search for Azcanta. It was between that and the Narset, but what I would like to do is I need to find a land that produces black, because currently I have Ritual of Suit, but I don't have the mana to use it. So, search for Azcanta will let me look at the top card of my library at the start of my turns and choose whether or not it goes into the graveyard or stays on top. They're making decisions, taking a while to make a decision. That's good. I don't know, maybe they have counter magic. There's 1 card in their hand I can't see because they drew it after I duressed them. No, they're just going to shock me, and now it's their turn. You can probably hear my air conditioner going. I cannot control it. It is beyond my control. There it is, 4 damage. That hurts my body. Ooh, we got our land. Perfect. So I'm going to keep that on top, draw it for the turn, play it, but since they only have 1 creature, I'm just going to Angrath's Rampage, because I think they're just going to keep attacking me and pumping the Knight, and I don't want to deal with that. That'll just kill me. So I'm going to clear the Knight with Angrath's Rampage, in hopes of inspiring them to play more creatures, and then I can Ritual of Suit, clearing all their dudes. But they've just got that 4/3. Let's put that in the graveyard. I don't want to blow Ritual of Suit on 1 creature, but I've drawn another Angrath's Rampage, so everything's okay. I'm going to clear their creature and force them to play another creature. That's pretty much what the deck does. It's just bide time until I win. We'll see if it works. Okay, this guy. I don't like this card at all. Oh no, that wasn't the card I was thinking of, but I still don't really like this one either. I'm going to keep that on top and play it as my land for the turn, and I'm going to play my Narset, which will gain a life because I got that beacon, and now I can... Oh boy, Narset means that they don't get to draw a card off their duder. There's a Nicol Bolas in that pile, so I'm going to take the Nicol Bolas because that's a good card to have. Even though they have a Murderous Rider, I still want to just play that Nicol Bolas. But they might Murderous Rider my Narset too. We'll see what happens. Let's watch and look. Okay, so they're going to do 2 damage to Narset with their Giant, and then attack the Narset with their 2/2. So I no longer have a Narset, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. So I'm going to put this land in the graveyard. I don't really want it. And I'm going to decline transforming my search. Hey, it's a Nicol Bolas Dragon. We're going to play the big old Nicol Bolas, the creature version. So when it enters the battlefield, they have to discard a card, which is nice. They discarded their big old Boogie Boo, which is also nice. And we'll just see what they do. They're coming in for 2. What I'm thinking oh, I can't block? Why not? Oh, it has Menace. That means it can't be blocked except by 2 or more dudes. So that's why my Nicol Bolas could not get in the way. This is not good. I have 9 life. They're playing another Crusader. Okay. We are going to keep the Sarkhan on top. We are again going to decline So if I have 7 more cards in my graveyard, I can flip Search for Azcanta into Azcanta the Sunken Ruin. But I like to keep it unflipped. What it does when it's a land is you can pay 3 and tap it to look at the top 4 cards of your library, take a non-creature card, non-creature, non-land, put it into your hand. But if I'm not going to have the mana to use that ability, it's better to have it be an enchantment, and that way I can do my upkeep stuff. So since I'm casting Ritual of Suit and tapping out, I won't be able to use the land portion of that card. Therefore, I'm going to keep it as an enchantment so I can get my upkeep stuff. So I've Ritual of Suit, I've cleared their attackers, and now I'm going to start swinging with Nicol Bolas, hopefully put some pressure on that way. That's the plan. Rotting Registore, that's unfortunate, but it's okay. Oh, another Nicol Bolas. Let's keep that on top. And again, decline the transform. So now what I want to do is attack for another 4. And then I'm going to play my big Bolas, the Planeswalker. I'll gain a life, and it's another threat on the board. Hopefully it inspires them to concede. What I'm going to do is -3 and kill their big dinosaur dude. And now they have nothing on the board, and they just have some good stuff in hand. I'm hoping the Murderous Rider comes down as a swift end and kills my Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, so I can just put the pressure on with Nicol Bolas the creature. So we'll see how this plays out. Played a tap land, and there's the Murderous Rider, and it is doing exactly what I wanted it to. Yes, awesome. So they are at 4 life. Let's put that in the graveyard, and then transform, search for Azcanta. So now what I want to do, I'm going to attack, put them at 1 life. I don't have any ways, oh, they've conceded. I was going to say I don't have any ways to immediately just kill them, but they've conceded, so it's okay. And now we go into game 2, and this is one of the most exciting parts of the game, because it's sideboard time. So now I take things out that don't fit, and I put things in that fit better. So they are attacking fast and hard, so what I want is more cast downs to destroy what they're attacking with, Cry of the Carnarium to destroy what they're attacking with, and I have to take 3 things out because I put 3 things in. That's not a rule anymore. If I wanted, I could play with 63, but I'm not going to play with 63, because the more cards you have, the less likely you are to draw what you want. So I'm going to take out 2 big Planeswalkers, because the 6 drops are a little bit too slow for this matchup. And my 3rd card, I'm just going to take out a land because I've removed 2 6 drops and put in some 2 drops, so my curve has gone lower. My average mana cost is now lower, so I don't need as many lands. So let's go into game 2 and see how it goes. Be nice if I could just get a quick 2-0. I love a quick 2-0. Okay, so I have 2 discard spells, a cast down, single removal, and Crab the Carnarium, which would wipe their entire board. So this is a solid 7/7. We're going to keep this. They play turn 1, Knight of the Ebon Legion again. That is okay. Let's play a tapped Watery Grave. So my plan here is I'm going to hope they drop some dudes, and on my next turn I'm going to Thought Erasure to kind of control what else they have in their hand. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Boop. Swamp. Thought Erasure. We drew Nicol Bolas, which is nice. Yeah, they have a 1/1. I'm going to clear the Murderous Rider. Oh, and Search for Azcanta is on top, so I'm of course going to keep that because, as you saw in the last game, that is a very strong little card, isn't it? Isn't it? My dog agreed. She nodded as I said that. There it is, Fervent Champion, the 1/1. Now I'm going to take some damage here. It's going to hurt, but it's okay. So I have another Thought Erasure. I know everything that's in their hand, and I am going to Thought Erasure that stupid giant from their hand. So I'll play this basic island, Thought Erasure. See, what I'm hoping to do, because Cry of the Carnarium doesn't kill the giant, but other cards in my hand, what I'm trying to say is Cry doesn't kill the giant, but it kills everything else they have. So I'm hoping that whatever they've drawn, they're going to just play it. Phyrexian Arena. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm taking a bunch of damage, but it's okay because I'm going to untap, play Cry of the Carnarium to -2/-2, all their dudes, and then I'll just play my land for the turn and pass. So they have Phyrexian Arena at the start of their turn. They lose a life and draw a card, which is good for them. If I can get a Narset, it will totally shut down their arena, which is exactly what I want to be doing. Ooh, Knight of the Ebon Legion again. Okay. So I'm going to crack this Fabled Passage, search for a basic land, put into play tapped unless you have 4 more lands. I now have 4 more lands, so it's untapped, really matter much. Okie dokie, awesome. I have drawn Big Bad Nicobolus the Ravager. But what I want to do, I'm going to play it slow here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to play my Nicobolus Dragon God. Start applying that pressure. And they can just kill it. No, not if I'm going to minus the Bolus Dragon God to kill the Knight of the Even Legion, meaning they have no creatures. Ooh, it's Bedevil. They've smoked my Planeswalker. But it's okay because I did get the minus off, so they have no creatures with an arena. I have nothing but 3 cards in hand. I think I'm in a good spot here. If I can, next turn I can land the Dragon, Nicobolus, the Ravager, play that. They have to discard whatever's in their hand. Maybe it's another Bedevil. It is not. It was a land. Okay, that is good. So I've got my Nicobolus. I'm going to play my Search for Azcanta to start filtering through my deck a little bit better, control what I draw. Arena's a sweet card. I really do like that card. But I'm hoping to shut it off with a Narset, because I don't like when my opponent has it. I like when I have it. Put the island in the graveyard. I don't want to draw that. I have drawn Nicobolus Dragon God, which I'm of course happy to see. So I'm going to play the Nicobolus Dragon God, and then it repeats the exact same play. I'm going to play the Dragon God, -3, destroy their Knight of Even Legion, and then I'm going to attack for 4 damage. So the arena's making them lose a life every turn, plus I have a 4/4, so I'm really, really hitting hard, which is good. Given the amount of land that they have and the type of deck that they're playing, I'm assuming they're drawing more land than they want to, because they really shouldn't have that much land. Oh, another Nicobolus. I'm going to keep that. That's cool. Now they have 2 arenas, so they're going to draw 2 cards a turn and lose 2 life a turn. If I can just get a Narset, I'm like, I've got a Maid in the Shade. But I did not get a Narset, but it's okay. I have other things I can do, like continue to attack with Nicobolus the Ravager. Go! Blech. This is looking good. They have, they can take 2 more attacks from my Nicobolus, and then the game is over. So they really have to start drawing good things. I misspoke. The arena combo puts them down to 6. I will attack them for 4, putting them down to 2, and then the arenas will just kill them. But it's all for naught because they have killed my Nicobolus with Bedevil. Very unfortunate. So I'm pretty much off of the attack plan. Maybe the arenas will just kill them. They have 3 turns to win this game. We'll see how it goes. It did not go well. Let's put that in the graveyard. Really, what is happening right now is I am doing my very best to find a Narset. Because if they cannot draw cards, then they're in World of Trouble. Oh my god, it's Narset! Look at her go! Yeah, play the Narset. Now they can only draw 1 card per turn, which means their arena is lose 1 life, get nothing else, which I of course like. There's the conceit. There you have it. So that is the Grixis deck. It's very, very similar to my standard deck, but it also lets me play old cards like Nicobolus the Ravager and the check lands. That's pretty much it. I just want to play Nicobolus the Ravager. So that's the end of this, but first I'm going to open a pack, because I like to open packs on YouTube, and in general, I just like pack hungry. So we're going to open Throne of Eldraine because it has cards that I want. Let's see what we get. A bunch of nothing commons, uncommons. Now let's just look at the rare, because it's really what matters here, isn't it? It is Sundering Stroke. 7 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. If at least 7 red mana was spent to cast a spell, it deals 7 damage to each of those things instead of dividing. Okay, that's not a card that I want to ever use. Terrible. Okay, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, right here, where you are now, and Twitch, where I do more Magic the Gathering. Wow, fun. So follow me on those channels, and I will see you in the next one when I'm playing Pokemon, I guess. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.